Okay, I'm going to do a dry run with what I have now. So the first thing I'm going to do is install this wider gasket that actually comes all the way to the end. This is a nice, I like this one a lot. It will cover up a multitude of sins. The base goes on next. This flat washer goes on next. This is just a little thinner than yellow, but I like it a lot because it's wider here. And then the last thing, this is the, not the last thing, but for it to connect the base. And this is the new, or the old, flange that I got from another machine because the one I ordered was defective. And so what I have to do with this one, so I don't want to cross thread anything. We want to make sure that this flange gets seated because it has a bevel on the bottom. There it goes. You can kind of see that. And I have a bevel actually. I would put a bevel on the bottom of the boiler. And so to get this in all the way, tighten down, let's go ahead and spin it this way. So we're tightening this all the way down now. And just to do a dry run, I'm not going to do it too tight, just enough to kind of secure the base. Base is still loose. So when I'm done with this, I'll explain what I'm going to do with the gaskets. I have a special treatment. There we go. It's getting tighter. And that's going to be good enough for our dry run. There we go. Good. So the next thing I'm going to do is look at placing the element. And it really doesn't matter. It will matter. I'm actually going to, before I do this for the dry run, I'm going to put on, or the further run, I'm going to put on the pressure stat tube. And actually I just seem to have it right here. And so just to kind of get an idea, and since we haven't installed this yet, let's go ahead and do this. We'll put Teflon tape on it when we do the final run. And so we want this to be facing in this direction. So that's the way I think it's the final analysis of this is going to go. I don't have the washer on yet. I have to fit this washer. You have to sand a little bit of the outside of this washer so that it fits underneath. And then we'll have basically 3 screws here. And that's what's going to hold it in place. And this one will be a little bit harder because it'll be underneath the pressure stat tube, but we'll be able to do that. And just kind of snuggles down the drill bit with a hex and a impact drill. And that's the way it's going to look. And I will put I'll mark this here, and I will put a fuse on this side. This will have a screw in it, and they'll put 2 screws in there just for looks, but this one has to be sealed because I didn't know which side it needed to be on. I guess I could have done what I just did now to figure that out. And then the pressure stat will go this way, and all the wiring and everything will sit on there. And that's the way the new machine is going to look. And that's going to be really cool. I'm excited about this. So we'll take it apart and figure out if I'm going to get a new flange here or if I'm just going to go ahead and go with this.